By the end of this video, you'll know the actionable steps you need to take to get better at boxing and not stay the same level you've been at for the past couple of years. The AAA method is as follows, and to increase retention time, because we're only a small channel, I'm going to introduce each A as we go along. The first A is analyze, and this is where you break down your technique into what's good, bad, and also needs improving. There are 3 different ways you can do this: by using a mirror, by videoing yourself, or getting coaching from someone else. Using a mirror is like when you're shadow boxing. You're going to be trying to maintain the best shape you can whilst just seeing what you look like in the mirror. Now, this can be for certain punching techniques. You can see from the side, or you could switch the angle to the front or to the other side. Although if you're looking over your chin like this, over your shoulder like this, it's probably not the best. So I'd keep it straight on like this. And then you can see exactly what your opponent is seeing. And then you can start to pick out weak points that they'd be able to see themselves. So if you're throwing a jab and you're dropping your right hand and you can see that that's what your opponent would see in the mirror, you know that he'd slip outside of it and throw the left hook. The next one is videoing yourself. Now, set up your camera where you can get a good view and it's good lighting so you can clearly see what's wrong with your technique. Watch it back and pick out all the things based on your knowledge or the knowledge of the coach that's with you. Sit there and analyze what's wrong, what's good about it, and what needs improving. And then you can take those points that you've made and you can work on focusing that and implementing certain drills that can make you better. Having a coach watch over you is probably joint best with videoing yourself and analyzing it. It'll give you live feedback on what you're doing wrong. Now, this is great if you have a knowledgeable coach, but if you have a coach who doesn't know what they're doing or they've never boxed before, then it's probably not as ideal and they probably won't be able to pick out certain things. Now, they could have a qualification which gives them the basic knowledge, but really knowing all the details about how you should feel when you throw each individual punch, they won't be as knowledgeable on. So make sure you've got a good coach if you've got someone that's giving you live feedback. Once you've identified your weaknesses and what needs improving, you need to come up with drills or be advised about drills that are going to allow you to get better and refine that motor skill and get rid of those flaws. For example, you might notice when you're doing a specific drill, every time you throw a jab, you might drop your right hand. So you might need to start holding a glove under this right hand every time you're shadow boxing to make sure that it stays there when you throw a jab. Another case might be you struggle getting in and out of range. You're on the edge of range and you struggle getting in and out. And that might just be practicing 1,000 drop steps, or you do like 5 3-minute rounds of drop steps, just stepping out of range with one foot, stepping into range with one foot, and you just keep going like this until those motor skills have been refined and you just do it naturally. The second A is action, and this is where you take the drills that you've decided to undergo and do them repetitively for a long period of time. You've got to leave the ego and the emotions at home and just continuously do this drill until it goes into your motor skills. We made a video about motor skills and how you actually get better at boxing. We'll link it at the end of this video, but basically motor skills are like a hiker. This is what we said in the video. It's like a hiker going up a trail. The first hiker that goes up the trail, there'll be no path, but after 1,000 times, there'll be a clearly defined path of where people are going. And that's the same with repetition in building this motor skill. The more you do it, the more easier your body will know exactly what to do without you having to consciously think about all the flaws and all the things that make it correct. This is all of the work, all of the iceberg that's submerged underwater that all the best in the world focus on. They just drill stuff until it's extremely good and they can just do it naturally in the ring. The third A is again. Now, again means you're going to keep doing this exact process over and over again, which means you're going to start analyzing. You're going to reanalyze how well you do the drills, and you'll pick up certain flaws in your drills, which you can then redo the drills with better technique. For example, that drop step drill we were talking about, I might notice that every time I'm doing this drill, my right hand's just like slowly dropping. And from watching the videos back and reanalyzing, I now know that I need to use a glove under my hand to keep my right hand there as I'm doing this drill. Now you know the AAA method, just keep recycling it for years and years and years until you become really good at boxing. Thanks for watching. Join the free school. Safe.